What's up, everybody? This is Barn on 11970, and thank you for watching my video. Alright, guys, I want to talk a little bit further about Bitcoins. On my old channel, I talked about Bitcoin several times, but obviously that channel's not up anymore, so people that are new to my channel may not have seen it. Now, I want to explain something about my view on Bitcoins. It's not that I don't believe in the potential of that kind of system. I understand why people want them. They want to get out of the dollar. They want to find an alternative currency, try and beat the system. I get that. But the problem is, a good idea, which Bitcoins is theoretically, in a corrupt system, is not going to work. You know, that is like getting, let's just say some person that wants to change the world, a peaceful person, nonviolent person, an honest person, and he decides to go join the mafia and convince those people not to do crimes anymore. I mean, the idea might be good, and that person might be pure and good, but he's not going to change a corrupt system. They basically just execute him. So, when you have a corrupt government that, as you can plainly see, is on the side of the banks, because that's what the too big to fail movement is all about, and the bailouts for the banks, and that's why we attacked Libya. One of the reasons people may not really even understand is one of the reasons that we attacked Libya and considered Gaddafi a terrorist is the fact that he was going to be coming out with a currency that was backed by gold. And anyone that tries to go against the US dollar, which is still the world currency, is going to be dealt with. So I want to explain to people, and I've grown a lot over the years of doing this. I've learned a lot. Bitcoins is a great idea, but bad timing. So this is why I won't trust Bitcoin. It's not the fact that it couldn't potentially work in the right settings. But when a government is protecting the US dollar to the point where it would label people terrorists and murder them overseas and create bailouts no matter what the banks do, including LIBOR scandals where they're funding money and laundering money for terrorists and, drug pushers, these people are not going to allow that system to get anywhere huge. So I understand why people want to believe in it, but it's something that is not tested. You can't use it everywhere. I don't know of any place where I live that even would know what a Bitcoin is, let alone accept it. And I'm going to show you a chart. This is a chart I pulled up on the price of Bitcoins. Okay? This scares me because from April of 2012, it was at $5. Stayed that way roughly until around July, went up a little bit, went down to roughly around $11. For that's September of 2012, all the way through to January of 2013. So between April of 2012 and January of 2013, Bitcoins averaged about $10. Now look at this spike. Right around the end of January, the price went from an average of $10 for almost a whole year, and look at that spike up. That is approximately about a 500% increase, almost literally overnight. Now, can you explain why it all of a sudden went from here to here in that short period of time when it's been dead all this time? What that suggests to me, like I said about the whole Max Kaiser thing, like the Adam vs. the Man talking about it, who's to say they didn't buy in this level? Or I know at one point, even further back, it went as far down as to about a penny. Now just imagine somebody buying 1,000 Bitcoins or more at a penny apiece. They would profit incredibly here. This, to me, suggests a pump and dump scenario, because for something to go up and spike that far up with no real reason for it to happen suggests to me it might go up a little bit higher. I'm expecting a big turnaround, and people are going to lose potentially a lot of money. And I'm making this video not because I hate Bitcoins, not because I'm wishing like some silver haters do, they wish people lose money. I want to prevent you from losing money, because that chart should tell you everything you need to know. I mean, if somebody can explain to me the exact legitimate reason why for almost a year plus it averaged out for $10 for bitcoins, and then all of a sudden at the end of January of this year it shoots up that high. If that doesn't scream to you a pump and dump scenario like somebody would, like Max Kaiser, which I don't trust, but like I said in one comment when somebody says, oh, you shouldn't listen to him, sometimes you have to listen to the bad guys as well as the good guys, because you can get information from both. You just can't believe somebody 100% without your own individual research. So with that being said, I understand why people want bitcoins. And let me tell you something. If you bought in at the $5 or $10 mark, and you're seeing it skyrocket to $45 in that short of a time, if you're smart, you would collect your earnings, cash out, and go elsewhere. Because this is the typical thing. And this is what I learned back in 2010 to 2011. People need to understand something. I have been quote-unquote awake since approximately March or April of 2011. That's it. Before that, I was just an ordinary person. I watched baseball games. I watched the TV. I watched MSNBC. I believed in our president at first. I knew nothing about any of this stuff. One of my subscribers, I'll just use the name Jay, like basically one day just bombarded me with stuff. So in the beginning, I was overwhelmed by stuff, and I realized then that, well, I realize now, back then, I was doing things based on emotion. And that's how they get you. They want you to ride that roller coaster of the emotional high. So if you bought in here and you're seeing it go like this, you're on an emotional roller coaster right now. And people who sold at this point, seeing it rise, they might think, wow, I better get in before it's too late. It's always, what I've learned from the whole Max Kaiser crash, JP Morgan buy silver back in the end of 2010 and the early 2011s, is they build up your emotions, and they want people to buy high and then sell low. The smart investors buy when it's low, not high. So this suggests to me it's just a matter of time before you see a crash, and all the people that stuck into it are going to lose a lot of money. So I don't want that to be you. So if you want to take my video as bashing bitcoins, then you're not really paying attention, and you're just using your emotions to dictate your belief. Trust me, the one thing I've learned about how silver works is they tried to get people's emotions in it, built it up to a point where it was at an all-time high of almost $50, and then dropped it down. Now, the reason I still believe in gold and silver is because it's been tested throughout time. Gold and silver have been used since the days of the Egyptians and the Roman empires. Okay? It's lasted the test of time. Bitcoins have been around for a couple of years at best. And in my heart, I know that if all of a sudden, let's say this tripled, and all of a sudden mainstream media starts talking about it, there is no way that the government will allow bitcoins to overtake the dollar. They destroy nations that try and go against the dollar. They make everything disappear. I mean, look at it, for example, John F. Kennedy. One of the reasons why he was executed was Executive Order 11110. You can look that up. And that's when he tried to get off the Federal Reserve and have our country make our own currency. So if you really think that the government will not take over or make illegal bitcoins if they got too popular or if they threaten the US dollar, you are really fooling yourself. So you can hate me because it's easier to hate the messenger, or you can realize that this, if you've gone from here to here, consider yourself lucky. Get out, profit from it. Invest again when it dips, or go into some other asset. But if you think this is going to ride on forever, then I really feel bad for you in the long run. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So thanks for watching my video. Leave your comments after the beep, and enjoy your day, and good luck. Peace.